Today, we're going to talk about some of those crazy conspiracies and some of those things y'all folks might think is fiction that you might want to take real. Because fact is stranger than fiction. Let's go. Welcome back to My Free Life, y'all.
Likely could it be that the Statue of Liberty is a monument to Lucifer? Now, this is a painting created in 1797 depicting Lucifer summoning his legions. Obviously, that's the Statue of Liberty. Now, we know that Lucifer's actual meaning is light bearer or light bringing. It may not be a coincidence that the Statue of Liberty is holding a torch or bearing the light. Now, this is what really got me. In ancient Greece, there was a statue called Colossus of Rhodes that looked strikingly similar to the Statue of Liberty. Its depiction is holding a torch with the crown on its head, or sun rays. Now the thing is, the Colossus of Rhodes was actually the Greek god Helios, which is the sun god, the light bearer. And when we actually look at the painting,
Look at that.
and then we look at the Statue of Liberty, they actually look strikingly similar. Now this is obviously speculation, right? But there.
Hey, y'all. No cap. That face looked very, very close to the same. I'm going to back that up just a little bit. Let's get back to the face of that. Let's see if this is far enough back. I might not have gone far enough back, but we're going to take a look.
Or bearing the light. Now this is what really got me. In ancient Greece, there was a statue called Colossus of Rhodes that looked strikingly similar to the Statue of Liberty. Its depiction is holding
Watch
a
the
torch
face coming
with
up, y'all.
the crown on its head, or sun rays. Now the thing is, the Colossus of Rhodes was actually the Greek god Helios, which is the sun god, the light bearer. And when we actually look at the.
Booyaka, son. Pause. Look at that. That looked exactly like the face of the Statue of Liberty, if you ask me. I mean, not even kind of or partially. Like, that looks like a spitting image of the Statue of Liberty. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, who knows? But good catch on this guy's part. Good catch.
Painting, and then we look at the Statue of Liberty, they
at that face.
actually look strikingly similar. Now this is obviously speculation, right? But there's actually a lot of speculation that America is the new Babylon, or Babylon the Great, talked about in Revelation. So I guess my answer would be pretty likely.
So your boy finally pulled the trigger, y'all. I figure I got enough subscribers now that it's worthwhile to build a merch store. So I finally built my online merch, which is going to be MFL merch. Right now we're in creating some different designs for some things. I'm going to keep it real simple at first. Some coffee mugs, ball caps. Of course, you know I got to have the ball caps. Some men and women's t-shirts and some men and women's hoodies since we're coming into the winter season. But we'll be fully launching that in the next week or two. Once my design guy finishes up with the starter designs on this, and we're going to go from there. But just be another way that y'all can help me support this channel, and I really appreciate y'all. Oh yeah, speaking of merch, I need to show y'all something that ship captain from Guam just sent me. Just came in yesterday, but I just got it today because it came into my restaurant, not here at the house. Let me go check that out. So a fellow subscriber of the Free Life Squad sent me this t-shirt from his little shirt company. His name is Captain Tom, actual captain, ship captain over in Guam, and it took a while for it to get here, but it got here yesterday. Arrived at my shop last night, and I went and picked it up today. So let's check this out real quick and give Captain Tom some props. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Let's look this. Yeah, pure blood for life. Captain Tom, clearly on my level. Clearly on my level, y'all. I'm saying he's on my level. I love this shirt. Unfortunately, I ain't gonna be able to wear it nowhere because it's like 1,000 sizes too big. I'm a medium. This is extra large. But I will definitely hang it on the wall or probably wear it over some of my hoodies during this cooler season. It's Texas. It don't really get all that cold, but it gets cool enough for some hoodies. I'll probably wear this over those hoodies. But Captain Tom, love you, my man. Thank you. Received it. I really appreciate it. I don't know what other information to give out for you. Like for your little shirt line for people to be able to get some stuff from you, you're gonna have to email me that information, I guess. But I would wear it, but it's way too big. You know what? Matter of fact, I ain't going nowhere. I'm sitting at the house. I can sport this while I'm doing this video. Let's do that. Bam. I got you, Captain Tom. I got you. Matter of fact, we're gonna need a red hat to go with this. Booyaka, son. I got you. I got you. Pure blood for life. Damn right. All right, let's keep it going. Thank you, sir.
Shockingly similar. Now, this is obviously speculation, right? But there's actually a lot of speculation that America is the new Babylon, or Babylon the Great, talked about in Revelation. So I guess my answer would be pretty likely.
I love this. This is in DC too. Wanted, wanted, wanted. Look at these pictures, y'all. How real is that?
Getting jiggy with it is idol worship to the goddess Inanna, Ishtar. Ananananana. When he's talking about Inanna, right at the end of the first chorus, he brings in the ancient Egyptian wardrobe. He's getting jiggy with it. Think about it. What does getting jiggy with it mean? Sex? What is Ishtar? The mother of harlots? Was she a prostitute? One of the names for this Statue of Liberty was Inanna, Ishtar. Was the Statue of Liberty in this video? It was. 6 dancers in red. He is the 7th in white. The 7 rays on the crown. The 7 is the representation of the Helios god, Sol, S-O-L, Statue of Liberty, and also the mother of harlots here, the whore of Babylon, Ishtar, Inanna.
Hey, seriously, y'all? Some things are just hard to ignore. Some things are just hard to argue with. Pay attention to everything going on out here, y'all. Free Life Squad. The whole point of this channel is for all of us to open our minds. All right? Not to take what I tell you as factual, because I don't know. I'm rabbit holing, I'm deep searching just like y'all. But what I'm saying is continue to search for the truth.
Rome never fell. On the back of the US dollar we read, "In God we trust." But which God? On the reverse of the Great Seal
That's
we read,
deep.
"Annuit coeptis novus ordo seclorum," meaning may he favor our undertaking in this new order of the ages. These lines were from the Roman mythological
Words.
tale, the Aeneid. They were spoken by Aeneas' son. Aeneas is the father of Rome. The god in which he prayed to was Jupiter, who is Zeus, who is also Enlil.
And there's a lot of freaky stuff that's going on with our currency, like the physical paper currency. Like, I've been digging down a rabbit hole. I'll put this in one of these videos where these people are putting these bills underneath the microscope, and they're showing you some stuff that alien faces, UFOs, undeniable. There's people taking pictures of the dollar bill that's changing the just changing the photo. You know, I don't know. I'm not the hue or the resonance of it or whatever, but it's the same photo, but they changing it, whatever they're doing. Not physically changing it, but just in a certain setting. Let's just say for sake, from a regular photo to infrared. Okay, they're not changing the photo. They're just changing the way you view the photo, and it turns into an alien face, like complete alien face, right? Like, stuff is really trippy.
This is evil. There's all kinds of stuff. They're finding content on the ground and everywhere. We don't know even how this barium and all this stuff is getting here. It's like dropping out of the sky. It's everywhere. Why all these heavy metals? Where is it coming from?
It's scary.
The bottom line is, yeah, I know. Please don't, you know. We know that, but bottom line is, you got to get this out of your body. They've been developing these weapons with frequencies for a long time. So these frequencies that fry electronics, and they're already. I can't say anything.
So that guy's trying to give us what information he can, while still preserving his thing called life before he's unalived. And These are things that we as a society, we as a people, we as a whole need to really take serious and look deeper into these things, because there's a reason that some of these high up people dance around their words like they do. It's not because it's fun or easy or the trending thing to do. It's because they have to.
Plans
Right,
for
right,
2023
right.
are downright chilling. In an episode from 1998, the show hinted at an economic crisis, nuclear war, and the death of the leader of the United States, all happening in the same year. The episode in question, titled Bart to the Future, shows a glimpse into the future where Lisa Simpson has become the president of the United States.
Crazy.
In a conversation with her staff, Lisa mentions the previous administration, headed by President Biden, left behind a budget crunch and quite a bit of a mess. Later in the episode, a news broadcast reports on a nuclear skirmish with an unspecified country, leading to
That's
mass
scary.
destruction and chaos. While the idea of a nuclear war and economic crisis is frightening enough, of course we can only hope that these predictions from The Simpsons do not come true. But it's hard to ignore the show's track record of foreseeing major events.
Right.
Hey, The Simpsons, for y'all that don't know, just Google Simpson clips predicting future, and it will blow your mind how many predictions in The Simpsons have came to fruition. So, are they predictions, or are they just telling you what's up ahead of time? It's crazy. It's crazy. Do your research, and always do your own research. Don't trust nobody else, me included.
Making us wonder what else.
I'm going to show you some of the predictive programming that has been telling us what the one world currency will be. Now, this is the cover of The Economist in 1988, and there is a lot of things to dissect here. First, it says, get ready for a world currency. And as you can see, the cash is burning right here, and the phoenix is rising from the ashes. This symbolizes new beginnings, aka the new world currency. Now, in the middle of the phoenix, you are going to find the logo for XLM or Stellar. If you guys didn't know, XLM or Stellar is a digital currency. Now, we also have Phoenix written on the coin, and XRP is greatly associated with the Phoenix. Now, if you guys aren't aware of what ISO 222 is, this is legislation that implements digital currencies into our financial banking system. And these are some of the compliant coins. XRP and XLM is included. Now, in the movie Interstellar, they have the XLM or Stellar logo. And on the other movie color, they actually highlight the word Stellar. This is another form of predictive programming. Now, XRP has already been implemented into many financial banking systems, and it will be the future for international bank payments.
Y'all, that's real deep, and I hope you were paying attention. And I love that movie Interstellar too. Matthew McConaughey, I love that movie. One of my favorite movies. But that's deep. Everything he just said, that's real. You know, he already did the looking up, but you can do the looking up yourself. Everything he just said was super real. Now, I'm going to back this up, because this next clip, I'm going to need y'all help on this, because if this is real, what's going on right now? What is happening? What am I looking at right now? Over Israel? With what's going on in the world? This is pretty damn biblical. Am I really looking at a fleet of UFOs? And as you see in the background, jets going by, American jets. Or not American, but man-made jets going by. Man-made jet right there flying by. Man-made jet flying by. What are all of these in our skies, y'all? This is scary. Beyond scary. What is that? What's going on? Was that just a fleet of UFOs in the sky here on our planet over a war zone? And not just a war zone, a holy zone like Israel? I need somebody in the comments tell me if that footage is legit or not. I've seen it in a few places, and it seems to be like real footage. But somebody help me understand what I just witnessed right there. So if that clip right there is in fact real and it's not on mainstream media, y'all, that's a testament all in itself.
What if I told you they want us all distracted because something big is about to take place? Would you believe me? The game of the Matrix is to have us confused, not knowing which way to go. Should I go left or should I go right? It's all just distractions to steal our energy. If you've been following the news, you hear about stories like this. Carlise Young in Dubai. All over the internet, we're hearing about King Von's story. Now they talking about Tupac, unsolved mystery, all distractions. Now we're hearing about this right here, where they're talking about another shutdown or quarantine. By the way, the Tupac story is 27 years later. 2 plus 7 is 9. 9 ether. Couple weeks ago, we had a lady on the airplane that freaked out and said she sees something that's not human. Now a man in China had the same freak out and said the same exact thing. What's really going on? While we are being distracted by the media, our energy is being stolen from the moon. The moon represents currency. It represents the waves of the ocean. The submarine story of the Ocean Gate and the Titanic was much deeper than people can even imagine, because we are dealing with something that's going on darker behind the scenes. This story went viral for a reason. They're letting you know that they are stealing our currency. Anytime they mention water, they are talking about money in the bank system. So while we're laughing and joking on the internet about things that's not even serious, petty little topics, they are letting you know they are water banking us. Our energy is water and they are taking it. We just entered the new phase of the new moon. Every time there's a new moon, there is something negative, drama, or some kind of major distraction that's taking place in the world. If you can follow the signs of the moon, you can see the future. We need water to live. It is the highest frequency on the planet, and we are 90% of water. So that must mean we are the highest frequency life forms on this planet. This story here was really epic for those that have ears to understand what's going on. So while we are following...
Did y'all just hear what he just said? For y'all that have ears to understand what's going on. That wasn't a slip. He didn't accidentally say overstand. He said overstand on purpose. So for those of you that don't understand the significance of that, is from birth. We are birthed in, we are given the social security number. We have become a secondary identity of ourself, born a slave to a tax system, as a product, all right, as debt. And words mean a lot. So in the court system, whenever you're constantly being asked, or let's say when a police officer pulls you over and they're saying, do you understand me? Do you understand me? You never, ever say, yeah, I understand you. You overstand them. It's a big difference between understanding and overstanding. Words matter. Make sure you understand what those words mean before you use them. That's why I know this brother's legit.
Trending topics, they are closing the bank systems behind our backs.
This mysterious footage surfaced on social media. At first, it appears that a section of tree falls on its own. But on closer inspection, there seems to be some form of transparent creature camouflaged in the tree, shaking it off. It's like a real-life predator.
You can clearly see that shape in the background moving. That's creepy.
The Truth About Dreams and Reality, Part 1. Now, most of us brush off dreams as just this ordinary thing that happens every time we close our eyes. Yet they make up half of most of what we ever experience. I mean, just think about it. Dream consciousness and waking consciousness are the only two types of consciousness that we ever experience. But for most of us, dream and waking life are the only two realms of experience that we ever know. Which means that our entire reality consists of these two different realms. The dream world and the waking world. And yet we call one of them an illusion and the other a reality, even though they both make up what we experience as reality. I mean, just think about it. It's not like dreams are over there and reality is over here. Dreams are reality because we experience them. Just like waking life is reality because we experience it. And if dreams really are an illusion, that gives less credibility to the reality of our waking life. Because dreams sometimes feel as real and vivid as waking life. And if we can be so easily deceived about reality in dreams, then who's to say we're not being deceived about reality right now? Waking life could simply be a dream of a higher reality that we experience when we're alive. But when we die, we wake up from it and return to that higher reality. Just think about what Morpheus said in The Matrix.
Have you ever had a dream, Neo, that you were so sure was real? What if you were unable to wake from that dream? How would you know the difference between the dream world
No, that's deep.
and the real world?
Just like dreams feel real until we wake up from them, this reality could feel real until we wake up from it until after we die. I mean, think about it. People say dreams are real only as long as they last. So can you say the same thing about life?
Ooh. I ain't gonna front y'all. That was deep. That was real deep. And can't hardly say the dude's wrong on that. Like I said, out here in this real world that I'm living in, this real world I hope y'all living in, is about trying to dig and find out what is and is not real. Find out some facts, because everything he said, when you think about it, you're like, damn. Make you scratch your head a little bit. You like, but that kind of makes some sense. Let's keep it going. This is crazy right here. This bird is literally taking the Israel flag off the flagpole and ditches it. And the bird don't go nowhere. And what's even more crazy is there was somebody around to get that on video. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all see the eclipse did in Israel? Look at that. What does that look like?
A lot of you guys may know this as the Star of David, but this is actually called a Merkaba. And this is what a Merkaba is. This is the balance of feminine and masculine energy. This is when the spirit world merges with the physical world. It says combines opposing energies in perfect balance, masculine and feminine, earth and cosmos. This union results in activation of light protection around your body that can transport you to consciousness to higher dimensions. This is the energy that came to wake up the gods of the planet.
Look at those
this
pictures.
is why people are remembering who they are, and other people are what you call regressing.
Look at that.
Some are ascending, some are regressing. And this is why they got to keep this circus going for y'all. They are keeping you from knowing who you really are, my people. But this energy is here to remind you and them of who you are. I be telling y'all, let's get this shift. I be telling y'all, let's get this shift. And this shift is here. It feels like a brand new sun out there, doesn't it? That's because it is. That's what they do during an eclipse. They block out the sun with what you call the black sun, and then they put in a new sun. Doesn't this sun feel different? You tell me.
Look at those pictures.
Let's get this shift.
So that was really deep too. And those photographs are another one of those things. It's just kind of hard to argue with, you know. It multiple takes, multiple photographs, different angles, and it clearly created that exact image, y'all. Man, it's so deep out here. Go down that rabbit hole. Don't forget to put on a life jacket so that you can float back to the top, because that rabbit hole gets deep. Now check out this snake. What? Hell no.
Dogs in the neighborhood going crazy at night. I mean, just barking all crazy in the backyard and whatnot. You see that? This is a snake. That's a tree. There's a 200-foot snake in the backyard. That's why they call it. Yeah.
That was a pretty scary snake. I'm gonna have to say, I ain't messing with it. I don't like little snakes, let alone some big ass snakes like that. It's no, sir. I'm tapping out. Pay attention to this, especially if you were if you're a little bit older, you was around here and have some comprehension and some memory of 9/11, because this will blow your mind. I remember all of this stuff from 9/11, all right? I remember all of this stuff, but I never knew about the story about what the kids were talking about right before this happened. Why didn't I know that? Why has that never been brought to my attention or any of our attention? But watch the lesson that the teacher is giving Bush as 9/11 is about to happen. And as it happens, tell me that this is just coincidence, and I'll call you a damn liar.
But do you know what happened right before this scene was taken? The scene that is etched in nearly everyone alive at the time's memory. I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
On this page without making a mistake. Look at the letter at the end and remember the sound it makes. Get ready. Kite. Yes, kite. Get ready to read this word the fast way. Get ready. Kid. Yes. Sound it out. Get ready. Kid. Sound it out. Get ready. Kid. What word? Kid. Yes, kid. Boys and girls, sound this word out. Get ready. What word? Steal. Yes, steal. Read these words the fast way. Get ready. Play. Yes, play. Get ready. Must. Yes, must. Let's read these words the fast way without making a mistake. Get ready. Kite. Yes, kite. Get ready. Kit. Yes, kit. Get ready. Steal. Yes, steal. Get ready. Play. Yes, play. Get ready. Must. Yes, must. Open your book up to lesson 60 on page 153.
God bless the men and women that lost their lives that day. From the evil that rule us all, never forget.
Plane, must, hit, steal. Shut up. Get out of here. Get the F out of here. That is not a coincidence. Hell no. Y'all out your mind.
In 2003, a Jewish doctor named Heidi Yellen conducted a study on the frequencies of fabric. According to this study, the human body has a signature frequency of 100, and organic cotton is also the same.
Okay.
The study showed that if the number is lower than 100, it actually puts a strain on the body. A diseased, nearly dead person has a frequency of about 15, and that is where polyester, rayon, and silk register. Non-organic cotton registers a signature frequency of about 70. If the fabric has a higher frequency, it gives energy to the body. This is where linen comes in as a super fabric. Its frequency is 5,000. Wool is also 5,000, but when mixed together with linen, the frequencies cancel each other out and fall to 0.
Oh, that's deep.
Even wearing a wool sweater on top of a linen outfit in a study collapsed the electrical field. The reason for this could be that the energy field of wool flows from left to right, while that of linen flows in the opposite direction, from right to left. I have observed that when I wear synthetic clothes on a rare occasion, I get a lot more static and sparks fly. Could that be the negative charge?
Reaching them via a frequency, it's a frequency weapon. And this frequency weapon freezes them in their tracks and stops them from coming to attack. We're talking about 36,000 years ago. This guy's got a frequency beam weapon that can stop a gang of people from coming at him.
A wave of extreme heat that comes from nowhere. It's one of the U.S. military's newest non-lethal weapons, an electromagnetic beam that emits an odorless, invisible, and
Newest
silent
nothing. It's
blast
been
of
out for a
heat.
long time. We just hearing about it.
It felt like opening up an oven door, almost mixed with a sting from about my sternum to my neck. So like you started to really feel it on my neck before I had to kind of instinctually jump out of the way.
This weapon, under development for 15 years, has yet to be used in the field. The technology has attracted safety concerns, though the U.S. military says the rays do not penetrate the skin and pose no health risks.
If an operator is squeezing the trigger and there's a lot going on and he inadvertently keep squeezing the trigger, there's an automatic shutoff for 3 seconds.
Out of 11,000 exposures on people, only 2 minor injuries have been recorded. The Pentagon has not yet decided whether it will order the active denial system, whose powerful beam can reach up to 1,000 meters.
1,000 meters, y'all.
Like an invisible searchlight, right? You know what a searchlight looks like? So an invisible searchlight of radio waves going downrange. So it's this big when it starts, and at the end, it's the same size.
Eventually, the weapon could be put to a wide array of uses, such as thwarting hostile attacks, dispersing mobs, and reinforcing security. For now, it remains just a prototype.
Whatever. You know that. You know that's in action.
I couldn't see it today in New York because it was raining all day. And I saw live footage of the eclipse, and I saw this.
Emotional right now. Oh, there we go.
Did you see that? I'm gonna zoom in and I'm gonna play it again.
I saw it.
What was that? I'm gonna zoom in more and slow it down this time. What was that? If it was a solar flare, why did it come straight out of the moon? Why does it look like a window opening up? And why is there smoke coming out? Again, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I can't sleep.
I'm with you, brother. Everything you saying so far, homeboy, I'm with you. But can you please do me a favor and take that gay-ass nose ring out your nose and that thing out of under your lip? Get rid of it.
Maybe I'm crazy, but that looked really weird.
So their plan is extremely wicked. And you will understand in a little bit, as you watch this video, why we have to know that the President of America is a fraud who deceives all of us. Because there is an agenda being forced that all of us need to be aware of in order to protect our life. So let's start our investigation. First, I'll show you 2 video clips of interviews, one with the original Biden and the other with the man who currently claims to be Joe Biden so that he can fill the seat of the American president. At the left you see the original Biden, at the right is the current man who claims to be Joe Biden. You can see them talk. I muted their voices so you can focus on their faces.
Damn, I mean look at the eyes. They're so different.
That ain't the same dude at all. Not even remotely close. The whole structure's wrong.
These are 2 different people, y'all.
Here are 2 other images from different interviews in higher quality. I encourage you to really look with a sharp, analytical mind. Don't just stare at those faces, but try to comprehend what you're actually looking at. Try to understand the differences in the faces. Look at the eyes, look at the cheeks, look at the ears. Here are again 2 different portraits of these both men. I want to highlight one specific detail for you which will help all of you to understand that indeed something very weird is going on here. The ear from the original Biden is thick and separated from the head. The ear from the current guy who claims to be the same Biden is thin, longer, and it is completely connected to the head. And if we look at this part of the ear, it goes straight up, while the other one is curved. This is also much deeper, and this is more shallow. These ears are completely different. There's a significant birthmark on the forehead. This one has no birthmark. Sunken cheeks. There's a dent in his cheeks. These are apple cheeks, the exact opposite. This head is much wider than this guy. And look at the eyes. There's no comparison. Here we can see the same. Sunken cheeks, a dent in the cheeks, apple cheeks, the exact opposite. Look at the eyes, look at those eyes. He has a more square head, he has a rounder head. His skin is super smooth. The original Biden had a very rough skin. These are two entirely different men. The original Biden had a really squarish head, while the current man who claims to be Biden has a more oval head. It's nicely rounded. Here, look at the teeth. Big teeth. This is an entirely different mouth.
Hey, y'all, I gotta pause that for a second, because what's funny about what he's talking about right now, with the square head and the oval head, I literally, when I went to beauty school to become a hairstylist, that was like a whole, I think 5 weeks, maybe 6 weeks worth of school, was the different shapes in heads, from the square to the oval and all that, to understand how to properly cut and style their hair to get the look they need, whether you're trying to do some bangs, whether you're trying to feather some stuff out, whether you're trying to give layers in the back and then contour to the face, all of that, bro. So everything he's saying, I'm seeing this through the lens of what I've been taught in cosmetology school. So far off from politics, you can't even get no further. But I can relate that with what he's talking about right now. And this stuff is serious, because I'm looking at it through those lenses. And I'm like, damn, bro. Wow, you really right. You really right about what you're talking about. Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention. Things is not what they seem out here.
Entirely different mouth. The whole head is, again, completely different skull. This is no makeup. This is no plastic surgery, no aging. These are different heads altogether. If we go back to these photos, then we can see that the wrinkles on the forehead are completely different. Wrinkles are like a fingerprint. They are unique with our person. They can be used in criminal investigations, just like fingerprints. Here we can see it very clearly. Entirely different face print, just like fingerprints. There's no comparison. This is a different, unique person than this guy. Entirely different. There's no doubt about this. So Trump is right. Hannity is right. The millions of people who have been saying this on the internet the past 2 years, they're all right. The original Biden is gone. He has been replaced by an imposter, a fraud, a liar, a con man. Look at him. He's entirely different. There's no comparison between these two heads. You and me and the whole world, we are being fooled in an amazing, mind-blowing way.
I show you guys that Earth can be flat, that there could be other land masses outside of our realm. That's Earth right there. Who is to say that none of these other land masses exist outside of our realm? And TikTok, this video is fake, scripted. Please don't start with me. And yet y'all gonna believe this man, if he even existed, sailed for blue in 1492, discovered land, and accurately mapped it, and went down in history as the man who discovered America. Does this look like the type of man that would discover some land? This look like the type of man that got a little too friendly with the started spreading diseases to everybody else. But if you the type to believe this little story, then I'm guessing you also believe in the blue marble floating through space. Let's just entertain this. Do you got a boat? Are you out here sailing these oceans? If there was a landmass right here, you wouldn't know. You only know what they tell you. And they tell us there are 7 continents. But wait, y'all, a lost continent was found. Really? Really? Scientists have finally confirmed the existence of a missing continent known as Zealandia, or Tiryu a Maui. That ain't suspicious.
Not at all.
New Zealand sits on top of this mostly submerged continent, now known as the Earth's 8th continent. These scientists starting to look real fishy to me.
Y'all see that?
Y'all got all this.
Hold up. Y'all see that? Ooh, my girl mixed, and she got them freckles. My kind of woman. And she using her brain, which is beyond all the rest of it. Sorry for the interruption. Let's keep going.
Technology, the Hubble telescope, taking pictures of nebulas and galaxies that are so-called out there. But you just now discovering new continents? And this continent is the size of Australia. So apparently, Zealandia was once part of an ancient supercontinent called Gondwana. That sounds familiar. But get this, Gondwana included Western Antarctica and Eastern Australia over 500 million years ago. That ice wall? That's Antarctica, a place we can't go to. But that was part of this supercontinent that this lost continent was a part of. Suspicious. This is apparently what Gondwana looked like. But it says Zealandia began to pull away from Gondwana, and as it did so, it gradually sank beneath the waves. Sounds like Atlantis. A lot of these myths and legends seem like they got a little bit of truth to it. Or what they say, the truth is stranger than fiction. Fiction. But y'all still gonna believe this, not even being open-minded to the possibility of other lands beyond what we know. Y'all still believe outer space is up, when really it's outer lands. Y'all gonna call me a flat earth conspiracist. Y'all gonna call me crazy. Just like y'all called the people who said aliens was real crazy. Remember that Roswell incident? They tried to convince us that this was the UFO that crashed.
Facts.
They was calling everybody conspiracy theorists. Now all of a sudden they have all this alien information to disclose to the public. It's funny how the conspiracy theorists turned out to be right. But you know, I don't know what I'm talking about. I just be bullshitting.
So this guy's got
Watch this. This
serious
is how
sound system in his
they
car.
could literally.
So this guy's got
Watch this. This
serious
is how
sound system in his
they
car.
could literally liquefy your insides with frequency. Watch this. Incredible.
It's all about
No,
frequencies.
Now,
That's
this is-
incredible.
no,
If that's
no.
freaking liquefy.
But you're going to see how that sound affects matter.
Watch this. So crazy. It's gonna liquefy the glass. Watch this.
Watch the glass.
So crazy. There it goes. Oh, that freaks me out.
What,
Watch
now
watch
look at the
car.
metal, the steel.
Imagine. You'd be toast if they liquefied you. That's how they liquefy you. We don't go back together. We're not.
That's incredible,
metal
isn't it?
Or glass. I can't. It's crazy.
No, I'm telling you, if you've got the resonant frequency of the glass and the steel, literally the glass would shatter, the metal will start to fly apart if you've got the right resonant frequency of that car. And if he drives around in that car with that music blaring, eventually that car's just going to fall apart. So that's incredible. So that's incredible.
Back together. We're not.
That's incredible,
metal
isn't it?
Or glass. I can't. It's crazy.
No, I'm telling you, if you've got the...
They always use shows to tell us.
So in case you didn't just understand what was going on in that video, it shows how frequency changes matter. All right? Are you listening? Frequency changes matter. You grab a window and see if you can bend it into some circular oval shapes like that. You grab some steel like that door frame and see if you can physically bend that. Nah. And if you can bend it, it's going to bend, it's going to kink. If you can bend the glass, it ain't going to bend, it's going to break, it's going to shatter. Frequencies. Turn that stuff to liquid, right? Jello. It can move, it can shape all different kind of ways off of a frequency. So you think it's just a coincidence we're getting all these towers put up around us? Everywhere you look, every 5 feet. I'm from the country. When I go out to the country, I'm seeing these 5G towers all over the place. Why? My phone ain't got no faster. Has your phone got faster? I didn't think so. I didn't think so at all. Because it ain't got nothing to do with your phone as far as giving you better service. All right? Wake up.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Or glass. I can't. It's crazy.
No, I'm telling you, if you've got the...
They always use shows to tell us.
You found a cure for cancer? Well, I didn't come up with it. A couple of eggheads I hired did. How long have you had this? I don't know. When was that Who Let the Dogs Out song? You've had this since 1999? Carter, you've discovered the holy grail of modern medicine. Why the hell would you keep it buried like this?
Right.
Well, I'll tell you why. Because there's far more money to be made in treating a disease than in curing it. Why cure someone of cancer in a day if we can treat them for a lifetime and bill them every step along the way?
Message.
That's insane. Carter, what you're doing here is criminal, and I'm going to tell the whole world about it. Is that right? Who's going to believe you? The internet? You'll be just another nutjob left-wing blogger. Security?
Oh dear. Oh dear. This guy, he warned us. He warned us.
Y'all listen to that.
But of course, we're not listening. So we all of course know Stephen Hawking. The guy was an absolute genius. He told us and warned us about lots of things, many of which have happened. By no means is this guy stupid. Now, a very big thing he spoke about and actually warned us about was aliens. 2015, Stephen Hawking spoke. He said that he was all for finding alien life and everything, but warned against actively reaching out to them, using humanity's own behaviour as a sign that they may not be friendly. He said that aliens could be vastly more powerful than us and may not see us any more valuable than we see bacteria. Now, why am I saying all this? Scientists are wanting to reach out to aliens. First of all, by attracting them with nude images. Yeah, I know. And also by giving them our exact location. So shooting out into the atmosphere our exact location so whatever's out there can find us. And yes, scientists are actually wanting to do this despite all the warnings we've been given. So, let me know in the comments what you think.
It obviously...
Scientists are wanting to reach out to aliens. First of all, by attracting them with nude images. Yeah, I know. And also by giving them our exact location. So shooting out into the atmosphere our exact location so whatever's out there can find us. And yes, scientists are actually wanting to do this despite all the warnings we've been given. So, let me know in the comments what you think.
It obviously makes sense though, right? They get paid for us being sick, not healthy. It's funny though, because do we ever hear of A-list celebrities getting cancer or terminally ill? Now, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but watch.
Being a famous movie star entitled me to top-notch medical care not available to the rest of society. My body was immediately taken to a Hollywood hospital where I was hooked up to a 17-year-old ingenue. And in accordance with Hollywood law, her life force was infused into me, bringing me back from the dead.
I know, it's just a joke. There's obviously no cure for cancer, and these stars don't get any type of special treatment, right?
My theory on petrified giants. Whatever happened to them most probably happened fast and simultaneously. Now, do I believe that they are 100% petrified? And the answer is yes and no. If giants are real, like the Bible, Dead Sea Scrolls, and other literature defines, they were not born of the same flesh like me and you, so I think they were only stopped but not destroyed. And
Look
these
at the
pink
bone.
salt mines
the
and
rocks.
these flesh-looking stones are part of their bodies harvested from the earth. And for us to deny the similarities that this was once some living tissue, when pictures and video show layer by layer the truth.
Wow, that definitely looks like flesh and bone.
Created you, elites. We are the ones who watched you, followed you, and we created you. But guess what? If you can create, you can break. And guess what? The time is coming when you guys are gonna break. Okay? Remember that.
Your cell phone, tell me how it works.
I like what
This was
he
the
just
other
said.
bitchiness.
With the elites, hey, we made you. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't wrong about that. We made you. By following you, by watching all your movies, by this, that, the other. We can break you too. So this clip that's coming up right now with this lady here is pretty deep. I ain't even gonna lie. You're gonna have to try to follow along with her. It's a lot. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Just try your best to follow along what she's saying. I'm not saying I agree with everything, but I most certainly do not disagree with everything she's saying. She states some solid points. Seem a little crazy, like an extreme rabbit hole person, but those extreme rabbit hole people are usually the ones finding out the most information. I mean, let's keep it real. They're doing the deepest research. So I ain't going to discount this lady. All right? So let's check what she's talking about here.
You can create, you can break. And guess what? The time is coming when you guys are going to break. Okay? Remember that.
Your cell phone, tell me how it works. This was the other bitchiness that I got from people over and over again. They're like, well, all you're doing is saying, how does your phone work? No, I'm trying to draw your attention to literal tech metrics. I don't know where my phone went. So that you understand how easy it is to log into you and make a change.
Log into you and make a change.
So, how did we get to this point where all these good people in radio frequency, etc., that they don't know shit about what we're actually doing in the human body? And in order to explain all of this, I've had to make a gazillion signs. I've had to come back out here over and over again. And I've been trying to figure out why it is, there's my phone, that nobody else seems to know these things. Okay? This is my great uncle's folder from Shepherd Air Force Base. I often also show his Aberdeen Proving Ground stuff. That's my little pink book, wherever it's hiding at the moment. And then I also go over his old notes with flux density notation with mercury and whatnot. Why? So that people understand that this has been going on for a really long time. So tell me how your phone works. When you click a button and you send an email, you don't see the email leave the phone. It's a wireless, invisible signal, just like your body. It's a body part. So when I worked at UW Whitewater, for my job, I found IBM software that they alleged was also used way back when Fauci and them wanted to get their shit off the ground for attacking the human immune system. Well, if you don't know that the human immune system is 80% your biofield, you called it the aura, you called it stupid. Yeah, I know. That's because 6,000 years of human telemetry, chiropractic, and the rest of it for your circulatory system just magically disappeared. Nobody has any idea what's going on. That was 6,000 years of the human circulatory system. You call it chakras. Yeah, they call it aim and fire. 150 years ago, Aleister Crowley and people, yeah, nothing's real except what you can see. There is no biofield. There's no cymatics, there's no radionics, there's no plasmonics. There's nothing except what you can see. Well, that's a body part that's responsible for 80% of our immune system. How do we know for sure? The definition at Children's Hospital, the organs and tissues that comprise the immune system, the thymus, the bone marrow, the lymphatic, your vessels, your spleen, and your skin. And so I'm like, yeah, the human biofield being watched by Project Salus. So the human biofield is the aura, is your W-band, 802.15.6. Department of Defense Directive 3000.09, everything is autonomous. And you have an MQ-9 Reaper drone attached to your skin and bone. That's a big bird for those of you that know. She's huge. And so for me, I'm like, why in the hell do we need something that big? Well, for those of you in radio frequency, yet again, that don't understand that we're playing around with the particulate in the atmosphere and perturbating the human biofield with the Doppler.
Doppler.
Okay? And we're not talking about any of that. We're not talking about geoengineering and weather control, and all these systems work together. When I log into your body, I'm looking at multiple manifolds, torus manifolds, and then I'm using mathematics to log into your cell structure with something called biophysics, octo-array, electronic, photonic, moving your cells around with pressure, temperature, and physics, physical, biophysics change. Not, oh gee, I'm waving my magic wand. No, I'm logging into your body with radio frequency directly. This is how AI precision healthcare is offered. And I'm going to show you the bigger sign here in a minute. Step 1. Since 2005, any little nerd who could code in Zigbee and Bluetooth for light switches since 2005 is working with these biosensors, K-hop nearest neighbor routing, dynamic channel allocation, thermodynamic routing, right there. You can go look it up. Open shortest path first, body to body. How did I find it? Cybersecurity for the new digital ID and the 6G low personal area network. Machine to machine, no human can crack it or de-encrypt it or encrypt it. And it's ad hoc, vehicular ad hoc or whatever. And then the body is what sends the signal. Now, the moment that I found this mathematically by the metrics, I had a shit fit because I'm like, how in the hell are you using the human body for that? What are you doing? If you're doing that, you're using the aura. And of course, you can imagine, as a natural telepath, having been electronically tortured lifelong for metrics, I'm like, what the fuck is this? You told me, not y'all, but family, professionals, people, oh, energy work is bullshit. The aura's not real. Only believe in what you can see. We're going to fix people's health. Well, I was told I had pseudotumor cerebri. Anybody got an autoimmune disorder out there? You ever wondered why they can't fix it? Okay, maybe I should get that other sign back here for a second. Where's your immune system? 80% of your immune system is in that field. Am I able to electronically log into you and change out the cellular homeostasis of your electrical cell structure? And anybody who knows anything about biology, do you shit ham sandwiches? When you go eat your lunch, after you're done eating your lunch, do you shit it out in the same format? No. And why is that? Because we're biochemical beings and we have electricity in our cells. Yeah. But if I hit you with the signal and I decouple your ass from your circadian rhythms by using the ratio, the golden ratio, to decouple, uncouple the cellular state. Now, where did I get this from? Tufts University, Dr. Michael Levin. Life extension, synthetic biology, immortality research. It's called regenerative medicine, biomedical tissue engineering, wireless tissue engineering. For that, we have to disassociate your electrical fields, plural. This is called the biofield at the National Institute of Health. In the quantum market share, it's called the quantum field. In morphogenesis, you heard me, synthetic biology, morphogenesis, it's called the morphogenetic field. And why? Because it's still all the same damn thing. Your cells at every level exchanging data in your lymphatic system, your tissues. And now they're hacking into that, changing it so that they can get transhumanism, synthetic biology, life extension. Where the fuck is everyone else?
That was deep. That was real deep. You know, and I've watched this several times now, trying to put it all into play. What's she talking about? And I'm not a dumb man, so a lot of it I can understand, and she explains it really well, so I can put it into play as far as understanding or putting it in a format that I can understand. But that's something that maybe y'all might want to watch back several times after the video, of course. Watch back several times and listen to everything she's talking about, and put that through your brain. What's she talking about? Because that's deep. It's really, really deep. All right, y'all. This is at the beginning of a concert. Whoever controls the media controls the mind. All right, this is thousands and thousands of dollars to set that. Look how big that screen is. All right, mind control. Why would they put that at the beginning of a concert and spend that kind of money to create that?
You guys need to watch the intro to this Melanie Martinez concert. This might be one of the creepiest things I have ever seen.
And the intro to this concert,
what she says at the end,
just keeps on going with that same theme. What's going on out here? All right, so just so you know, I muted this out for like 20 seconds or something, and I blocked out the text. That's what the red block is there. I blocked out the text on purpose, and I muted it on purpose. So when I watched this for the first time, when I realized this is probably a spell, you know what I'm saying? This is probably a spell. I wasn't about to listen to it myself, and I'm not about to subject my viewers to listen to it either. So I muted it while I was watching it, and I turned my head away from the words that was on the screen. That way I'm not reading it anymore than I'm hearing it, so I can't accidentally bring some nastiness into my life that I don't want. You know, this incantation could be whatever, the devil, whatever. All I know is from the beginning of this, what she was talking about was enough to let me know that it's evil. And she was speaking through the words as if she was Lucifer, if you caught the drift of what she was saying at the beginning. But that's why there's going to be some spots here that are no audio and a read out screen. It's because I did that on purpose, because I don't want y'all to hear it and I don't want y'all to read it and accidentally be putting a spell on yourself because you going through this. Because if they doing this at a concert, you know what I'm saying, on a main stage like that, it's probably something to it. I don't want to be subjected to that, and I don't want you to be either. So anyway, that's the reason for the volume off and the red blocks between part of this. So let's keep it going. Right now, she's saying like a weird chant thing that she's asking everybody to repeat, and they're repeating it at this concert. And then I went back to silent and blocked out the text. Same thing for myself, because I didn't want to see it or hear it.
You won't believe me, but this is actually AI ran by Instagram and Meta themselves. Allow me to introduce you to the new age of social media and interactions. Who should we talk about first? Well, let me introduce you to Billy, Kendall Jenner's AI alter ego managed by Meta.
How many of these AIs you've been talking to that you thought you was talking to a real person on a video chat or something? You know what I mean? Some Skype, some whatever. These aren't even real people. Y'all, nothing is real. You better keep watching your six. You better keep watching your six. Ain't nothing real out here.
Hey guys, it's Billy. I just want to introduce myself. I am here to chat whenever you want. Message me for any advice. I am ready to talk, and I hope to talk to you soon.
One creator is being paid around $5 million by Facebook's parent company over 2 years in exchange for 6 hours in a work at a studio. That quite literally brings this saying of selling your soul to a whole different level. So they'll be posting on Instagram just like any other person would, eating pizza in New York, then she's drinking coffee, and she's following all of her other AI buddies, and there's quite a few of them. So let's try and message one. Let's go to Snoop Dogg. His name is the Dungeon Master, and there is a picture of a massive demon on his profile. So let's ask him what that's about. And I think I'm going to make a whole video just messaging these AI bots to see what they say. But comment down below your thoughts on this, because I am genuinely curious.
In this video, I'm about to break down human cloning and a step-by-step.
Why was Snoop Dogg's main screen a dragon-looking devil? I ain't never liked Snoop Dogg anyway. I thought his rap has always been garbage. Since Doggy Style, and that wasn't really all that good, homie. It just happened to be when I was young and kicking it to the beats. But you always sucked. You still suck. And you way too far elevated to be such a crappy rapper. Period. You got some help.
Process on how it's done. Now, if I want to clone you, I'm going to get a female that got the same blood type as you. Why do I need a female with the same blood type as you? Simple. It's because a female is the only human capable of having a baby. After I get a female with the same blood type as you, I get a glass pipe as thin as one strand of hair. Now, why do I use a glass pipe? The same reason you should drink your water out of glass. Because you can't taint the germs, aka the genes. Remember, germs mean genes. Now, why do I get a glass pipe as thin as one strand of hair? Simple. Because it's thin enough to penetrate those germs, aka those genes. Now, once they get those two blood types in the glass pipe thin as one strand of hair, they fuse those two blood types with a process called ultramagnetic shock which forms a fetus. See, back in the day, when they did human cloning, they used to take up to the full lifespan of the entity that they were cloning. But now in this day and age, we got technology that can clone anybody up to 6 months. So if they got a 40-year-old man, it'll take 6 months to clone him. See, now they have a process called mind uploading. Say they wanted to clone me, and the last thing on my mind before they clone me was a bag of Doritos. In 6 months, once they get my clone and wake it up, the bag of Doritos will be on that clone's mind. They used to have to physically take your blood. Well, now they use robots. And when you think of a robot, you think of a metallic substance. But nowadays, with technology, that's not the case. They have biological entities. They look like mosquitoes. They come, bite you, get your blood, get your DNA, and they take it back to the cloning base. They got an underground bunker cloning base in New Mexico called Dulce Cloning Facility. If you think cloning is not real, you better second guess and go do your homework on human cloning. Your favorite rapper might be a clone.
Real business. That's deep. It's deep. And it's far out there as it may seem. More the reason why you need to check into it yourself. It's more the reason why it's probably very valid. I don't know. I'm going to have to do some more digging on that New Mexico base. But I got a feeling it's probably legit.
Okay, so that I stay safe and I can come back and I stay alive, I want to tell you something. I will give you a hint of what he showed me. It's going to happen. And you have to get rid of these metals in your body. And I know exactly how to do it very easily. If you want to do it fast and quick, it would be green drinks. There's something with chlorophyll that has to do with, it matches, it's very close to your blood in its structure. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, so you have to have a carrier that will grab things and take them out of your body, okay? So if you want to know what's going to happen, and it could happen tomorrow, it could happen, but they're going to say it's something else. You're going to have to do your own thinking about this. I don't want to get in trouble. But just stick a piece of foil in a microwave and picture that in your body. Because you can't see a microwave, but you can see the results of it when it's in present. And you know to not put foil in the microwave because you just do it once, and then you have a fireworks show that the neighbors talk about. Because frequencies affect different things. And if something is coming that is intentional, if it hits something that stops it, then it starts to heat up because of resistance. If it can't flow through you, then it starts to cook. And that's what I saw. It's pending. They're going to say it's something else. This is evil. There's all kinds of stuff. They're finding content on the ground and everywhere. We don't know even how this barium and all this stuff is getting here. But it's like dropping out of the sky. It's everywhere. Why all these heavy metals? Where is it coming from? The bottom line is, yeah, I know. We know that. But bottom line is, you got to get this out of your body. They've been developing these weapons with frequencies for a long time. So these frequencies that fry electronics, and they're already. I can't say anything. I apologize, but you just go out and look around where you live, because it's coming. But if there's nothing in you, so Jesus said that the evil one's coming, but he has nothing in me. So that's what I'm trying to tell you without telling you. I mean, this is coming too, and I know half of you probably won't believe it. I'm just believing that you will. But the technology is already here. You need to shield your phone at night. You need to turn it off. You need to shield it and get it away from you. What's coming? is advertisements through your phone on the wavelength that your brain can receive it. It's already out. I'm just telling you. You wouldn't even. I mean, I can't say but it's a. You got one right down the street. They're already going to do it. They've already announced it. The technology. They're going to advertise through your phone, and you're going to pick it up here.
So I hope y'all was catching what he was putting down. So greens, for one, like he said, something about the chlorophyll does something. When he said you got to have something that can grab what's in your body and take it out, he's saying that greens, so spinach, you know what I mean, collard greens, stuff like that, the chlorophyll stuff, there's something about that genetic makeup that those metals bond to, or whatever, however it works, that pulls it out of your system. So what he's trying to tell you is you need to get the metals out of your system immediately, because whatever is going to happen is going to happen at some time for sure, and maybe sooner than later. So get those metals out of your body, detox like that. I'm definitely taking them serious. I don't know, he could be full of shit. Don't know, don't care. All I know is greens is super healthy for you in the first place, and I'll take that route all day long before finding out, oh my goodness, dude was right, and all I had to do was drink some healthy green shakes. I'm doing that. All right. And if you wasn't catching what he was throwing down when he was talking about the things, you probably got one right down the street. He's talking about, he can't say it, but I can say it. He's talking about the 5G towers. All right. All these 5G towers on every single corner, everywhere you go. But your phone ain't getting no faster. Got these blue lights going up on your streets. All right. These blue lights going up on your streets. But they ain't making your streets brighter. They're actually making your streets dimmer. All right. You got these receivers and transmitters on all these light posts. Why does a light post need to have a transmitter on it? Huh? Riddle me that. Pay attention to what's going on out here, y'all. But anyway, I ain't here to scare you. I'm just here to tell you, question everything. Pay attention. Do your research. And YouTube, this is for entertainment purposes only. We just entertaining. Ha ha ha. Giggle, 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 giggle. It's all jokes. We just playing around here. If you haven't liked already, hit like. If you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe. Hit them notifications. Leave some comments. Please leave some comments. Let's boost this around. Help me push this channel. And I love y'all. Become part of this free life squad. I'm Sax, and I'm out of here. Peace.